Hi there, my name is Caleb Ave-Lallemant. I'm 13 years old. I'm in the 8th grade and I live in Wyandotte, Michigan. Today we're going to be preparing a St. Louis style rack of ribs with a skewer and paper towels and also your hand. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to get the film off of the bones so that the rub and all of that stuff can get more into the meat. So I'm going to stick the skewer under. Going to wiggle it around a little bit to loosen the film. I'm going to lift up a little bit and then get my finger under there so that I can lift up the film more, so that with the paper towel I can get the film off. So that's looking pretty good. Looks like a pretty good amount. So gonna get my finger back under there and going to use the paper towel to get all of the film off. So you just want to grab the film that you lifted up, and if it rips off, that's okay. You can just re-grab it, and you want to pull. And if you get a good rack of ribs, or you get lucky more rather, you can get all the film off in one go. But doesn't appear to want to do that right now. And there it goes. And this is going in the garbage. We don't want this. So now after your ribs have been resting for about 10 minutes, you can see that the moistness has been gathering, making the rub wet and stick to your ribs. We're going to put some brown sugar on top, which this is a secret of mine, which is going to, when it's cooking, it's going to melt and it's going to get in the meat and give it kind of that nice flavor that you're looking for. It's a nice sweet flavor. So now we're gonna rub it over. And we're going to put them into the smoker. Now, there's 2 racks right in the smoker or grill. Now that we've got the 2 racks into the grill, we want to leave them for 3 hours. So now we're going to take the marinade. I'm going to put it inside the injection tube, and you don't want to pull it too far, otherwise it'll come out the top. Now we're going to put it in the end, and we're going to slowly put it in as we pull out. So now that we got the meat on the grill, I'm going to start on some side dishes. And the first side dish I'm going to do is a vegetable. And the vegetable I'm going to do is zucchini. And we're going to cut it into quarters, just like this. And after we cut it into quarters, we're going to get it on the grill. Okay, now that we got the zucchini all cut up, we're going to hit it with some EVOO. And then we're going to mix them up a little bit with this EVOO in there. And I really love to cook. It's just a passion of mine because most people think that kids can't cook. But now that we got them all mixed together, we're gonna hit it with some vegetable seasoning that you can get from probably any given grocery store. And then after we hit them with that, we're gonna mix them up a little bit more. And then we're gonna start on the mac and cheese. So it's been about an hour since we put the pork loin in, so we're gonna put some seasoning on it now. And then gonna rub it in. some seasoning on it, rub it in, and this part is probably the easiest part of the pork loin, because all you have to do is just grab it and put it on, and then you're good. Now we're gonna wrap the ribs. We've got our tin foil, and first we're gonna put some brown sugar down in a line, about a 1/4 cup, and we're gonna put it down just like that. And now that the ribs are all nice and wrapped, we're gonna put them back in, and then we're gonna take the mac and cheese out. Alright, so now we're gonna put some butter on, and you might need to shake it a little bit. That's good. Now we're gonna get some honey on. That's good. And now we're gonna put some rub on. Just like that. And now we're gonna get our first rack of ribs out of the grill. The tongs. So you want to be pretty careful so that you don't burn yourself. And then now that we've got it, we're going to put it meat side down on top of this. And then we're going to shut the grill. Now we're going to put the brown sugar on top of the bone. Then we're going to put some butter on. You might need to shake it again. And then we're going to put some honey on. And that's good. Now we're going to put some rub on. Now that we've got that, we're going to wrap them in the tin foil, and then we're going to move on to the next rack. And now that we've got that, we're going to put this to the side for now. So now that they're unwrapped, we're going to put some sauce on them. Then we're going to get them back into the pit for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're ready to eat. And now that we got the sauce on them, we're going to spread them around with the brush, just like so. And they're looking pretty good, but they're not ready. With all of the cooking, we're going to cut the ribs and the pork loin so that we can eat it. So when you're cutting it, you want to cut it in between the bones, and you don't want to have it lifted up when it is done with the cut. You want it to touch the cutting board, and gonna keep cutting it. And after you're done cutting it, you want to flip it over and then keep it in line so that you can keep all of your ribs together. So flip it over in line, just like that. So currently I'm living with my dad, my stepmom, my little brother, and my 2 sisters. And everything's pretty fun, usually. And yeah. Occasionally you'll get ones that don't really want to cut, but if you do, then just try again, I guess. Or lift up and then cut in again. So with this pork loin, I'm cutting it into medallions, or about medallion size, and I'm cutting it sort of like the ribs, but without a bone. Alright, so now that we've got that all cut, we're going to put it on the plate. Take a couple of ribs, put it right there, and then we're going to take a couple of pieces of pork loin and put it right there just like that.